Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? Maybe you have a unique experience you'd like to share as a guest. Podmatch helps you connect with guests and hosts who have similar interests, experiences, and goals, making sure that each connection is meaningful and impactful. Thanks to Podmatch, I've connected with parents and caregivers worldwide and supported them in sharing their stories on Quiet Connection. If you'd like to check them out, visit www.joinpodmatch.com/Quiet Connection Podcast and learn more. Hey, happy Thursday, and welcome back to another Quiet Confession, a little mini episode, just you and me, where I kind of check in and let you know where I'm at. So yeah, last week I was a little revved up. And today's energy is definitely a little lower and slower. So yeah, let's get into it. I know, same as last week, things kind of feel like they're all happening at once, but now it kind of feels like the universe is piling things on that I just didn't need. I didn't need them right now. And I really can't keep up, to be quite honest. Between my health, my body doing its own unpredictable thing, and losing my grandmother yesterday as I'm recording this, who was my absolute hero. Yeah, I feel like I'm walking around holding pieces of myself, like trying to hold myself together with tape and glue, and I haven't had time to even like assess the damage. So yeah, I'm just going to let you in to where I'm at, because that's what these are for, right? And again, not because I have any answers. I most certainly don't have answers, but maybe you're holding on to too many things too, and it helps to know that we're not alone. So, yeah, so just this past week alone, has been a whirlwind of appointments that I had to fight for, even after doctors telling me they needed to see me like right away. I was then being told, oh, well, we can't get you in until January. It's like, I need to be seen now. Yeah, I drove 2 hours each way to see my endocrinologist in the neighboring state. I had a cardiology follow-up and a pulmonology follow-up, all over the course of 2 days. And the things that I learned in those appointments, honestly, I'm still trying to process. I haven't really had the capacity to process anything. I found out, my endocrinologist told me point blank, my pituitary gland is dead, like completely. So my body is not producing the hormones it needs to keep me functioning. And because of that, I'll never be able to get off steroids. They told me I needed to get a medical bracelet for adrenal insufficiency. I got a prescription for an emergency injection to carry with me in case I ever go into adrenal failure. It's like they were drilling it into me that it's really, really important that I never forget to take my steroids because I can go into adrenal failure, and that was scary. Then they told me I needed to meet with a gynecologist ASAP to talk about hormone replacement therapy because my body can't do that part on its own anymore either. And typically that means birth control. And for me, birth control has always very negatively impacted my mental health. So it's going to be interesting. And no, I am not looking for advice, and I am not looking for suggestions. There's a time and a place for that, and I appreciate those thoughts. But I have an idea of what I would like to do and who I would like to speak to, and I have a great team behind me. So just putting that out there as a boundary. As much as I appreciate you all, I am not looking for advice. But yeah. Oh yeah. And if that wasn't enough, if all of that wasn't enough, I found out that I have severe sleep apnea, which is an I told you so moment for my husband. He's been telling me that for a while. So I'll be trialing a CPAP machine soon, and hopefully that will help at least one piece of the puzzle. But yeah, I guess I'm only going into like deep REM sleep like twice per night for a very short period of time. I'm averaging like 72 episodes per hour. And when I'm in REM sleep, it can be up to 92 episodes an hour of like not breathing. And that's anywhere from 20 to 60 seconds. Fun. Cool. Love that. It's a lot to take in. I had this hope, that eventually I was going to get my life back to some version of what it was before I had my youngest. That I could get my weight to stabilize and get that under control, that my immune system would start to recover, that I would just feel like me again. But hearing all this kind of feels like watching that vision get smashed right in front of me. Because the reality is I'm likely going to continue being immune compromised and chronically ill and disabled. And that is incredibly frustrating. Not because I can't accept it, but because I really haven't even had the time to. Because layered on top of all of that, as all of that was happening and those doctor's appointments were happening, I lost my grandmother. She was my hero. And yes, I did tell her that. She was the person who honestly just was the kindest, sweetest, most loving, most caring, generous person you would ever meet in your entire life. There's not one person that she met that she didn't tell she loved them. Honestly, I feel like her life's mission was to leave everyone she ever met feeling loved and feeling seen. It used to kind of embarrass me when I was a kid because she would like hug my friends when she met them, and when they left, she'd say, "Okay, love you." They'd be like, "What?" And I'd be like, "That's just my grandma." And as I got older, it's one of the things that I admire about her the most. She was an endless fountain of love and kindness. She taught me so much about what it means to keep going when things get hard. And I want to talk more about her someday. But right now, it feels kind of like I'm at capacity. I just lost her yesterday. And yeah, I don't feel like I have room to grieve. Grief is there, but it's just, I don't know, it comes and goes. It's a really, really strange place to be, trying to process my whole medical crap and loss at the same time. My brain and my body both feel really, really heavy and really, really tired, but for really different reasons. And I can't ignore any of it, but I can't process any of it. So I'm here in this weird middle space, trying to wrap my head around my health, trying to honor my grief, trying to show up for my kids and my family and my life. And it all feels like too much. I'm being good about communicating my needs and asking for help and kind of just following what feels right. But yeah, I'm pretty numb. I think that's a feeling that many people can relate to. So yeah, again this week, I'm sorry guys, I don't have any takeaways. I don't have any advice. I don't have any grand wisdom. I don't think I have any of that anyway. I was just explaining to a nurse the other day, like, because she was pretty young. This is so strange to me that my like nurses and whatnot are so much younger than me, but said I'm 36 and I still don't feel like an adult. So, and it's not that I feel like a kid, because I certainly don't feel like a kid, but I guess when you're younger and you look at your parents and you think that they've got it all figured out, or at least they know what they're doing. And the truth is, yeah, no, not so much. So I don't know what I'm doing, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay that I'm not balancing everything perfectly. And it's okay that my coping looks messy. My choices look messy. I mean, I don't know, I'm doing the things that I need to do to survive the day. Even when I don't know what that is, I'm just, like I said, I'm just following. It's kind of like from Frozen. Just do the next right thing. I think that's what it is. But yeah, if you're in a season like this too, whether it's your health, grief, both, neither, I see you. And I hope you know that being overwhelmed doesn't make you weak. That's a reminder to myself as well. I like to do that. I like to slip those little things in there. They're for you, but they're secretly for me. But yeah, thanks for joining me again on a Thursday and letting me get my thoughts out. Sometimes I think these episodes aren't so much about sharing, again, like wisdom. They're just about letting things out, letting things breathe, and not carrying it all like quietly or silently or making myself small. So if you're holding too much, I hope you give yourself permission to rest, even if that looks imperfect, permission to not have it all figured out. These are messages for me too. And, feel all the feels. Feel the feels, and we can set them down sometimes. And yeah, I'll be back next week, hopefully with some more energy and clarity, but I'm not gonna bet on it. Until then, be gentle with yourself. I will try to do the same, and you are not alone.